Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Devil's Hour, a podcast for the strange and unusual. I'm your host, Darius, here with my co-hosts, Angel and Judah.
What's up?
Yeah. Today, we're going to be discussing, we're actually going to be making a tier list of all the horror movies we can fit, or as many as we can fit in an hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Should be fun.
Should be good.
Yeah, so how this is going to work is we're going to essentially rank all of these on the tier list of like 6 different categories. We have the very best, which is God tier. Right underneath God tier, we have excellent. Underneath that, we have good movie. Underneath the good movie, we have nothing special. So it's like very mediocre.
Nothing special.
Average, you know. And then under that, we have painful to watch.
There's a lot of those.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and then underneath that, the very, very bottom, we have complete dog shit.
Damn,
That's my favorite category, to be honest.
Complete dog shit, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, cool. Like, let's get started and see what movies we have and where they rank on the tier list.
Go for it, Judah, man. Take us
All
away,
right.
man.
So the first movie we have on here is American Psycho.
Hell yeah. I love
Where
American
would
Psycho.
y'all put that?
American Psycho.
I'm gonna be honest, I've actually never seen American Psycho.
You've never seen American Psycho?
No. I've seen the clips, and it looks pretty interesting. I definitely want to check it out, but I just never had the time to. So this is gonna be on y'all where to put it.
Yeah. Oh, should I say my opinion?
Yeah, you go first, man.
Okay, because I don't want, one thing I don't want to do is like, for my opinion to sway you and your opinion to sway me.
Man.
Okay,
I
but
made
you're
up my
good.
mind.
Yeah, right, okay.
We're good.
I love the movie. I think it's a really good movie. Actually, matter of fact, on our way to, because I just got back from an East Coast tour. We're gone for like a month, and on our way, like as we were driving a lot, we listened to American Psycho, the audiobook,
Oh, cool.
all of tour, like driving. I think it lasted like, I don't even know how many hours. It lasted us a good amount of time though. But so I got to hear like the book version, which is way more like graphic.
I didn't even know it was based on a book.
Yeah, I didn't know either until my guitarist put it on. I was like, yeah, I'm listening to this like the American Psycho on the audiobook. It's way more graphic and brutal, and it's pretty cool to see like the film adaptation and hear like, you know, the book version.
Right.
But yeah, I love American Psycho. It made me love it even more hearing the audiobook. Big fan of what's his name? Christian Bale.
Yeah,
I think he killed that role. So for me personally, where would I rank that? Personally, it's at least excellent. I don't know, like, because like, what's considered God tier, right? Like, God tier is like best of the best.
That's the best. I feel like God tier is something you could watch over and over again. It's one of those that's like, dude, I'd watch that every. It doesn't matter.
I'll say, because American Psycho is a classic, but a classic film could be excellent. It doesn't necessarily, like, for something to be a horror classic, doesn't mean it has to be God tier. It could be just an excellent movie.
Yeah.
Right? I'll say American Psycho. For me, I'll say excellent because I really liked it, but I'm not sure it's God tier, but excellent.
Where would you put it?
Yeah. I would have to go, and I'm not swayed by you, but I would go with excellent only because I've seen it a few times. I wouldn't watch it over and over again, but it's got some awesome kill scenes and that famous dance that he does. I've seen it in lots of memes or memes or however you want to say that.
Plus, you get to see Jared Leto getting like killed, which is amazing.
Hell yeah,
right?
it's
Wait,
the
Jared
best.
Leto's in it?
Jared Leto's in it. Yeah.
He's like young and
Now I have to see this.
Dude.
I have to see him die.
It's hilarious. I think it's funny. I think the movie's hilarious. So it's got some comedy aspect. Whether they meant to do that or not, I think it's hilarious. So.
Oh, they definitely meant to do it. But also, like, I love like his references to like music. Like he just like knows like Huey Lewis in the News. Like he knows like all the tracks.
Yeah.
It's pretty like awesome. And then I think he talks about. Doesn't he talk about Phil Collins?
Yeah,
he just talks about Phil Collins.
Yeah,
which is cool. Like he's just so like his character's so like. I don't even know how to like very type A personality.
Yeah.
Very serial killer, right? But he's also well put together and he's like functioning and he makes a lot of money and he's successful, right? I actually am going as Patrick Bateman for Halloween this year.
Oh, yeah.
The specific costume is the poncho with the bloody poncho.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm going as this year.
Nice.
So yeah, much love for American Psycho. It's definitely it.
So
excellent. So we agree on that.
Excellent.
So
I'd go with excellent. Yes.
All right, cool.
All right. So the next one is Wrong Turn.
Wrong Turn. Have you seen that one?
So,
who's that with? Is that Emily Blunt?
Eliza Dushku. Do you know who that is? Bring It On.
Elijah Douchebag. Is that what you said? Nah, just playing. Nah, no way.
It's been years since I've seen it, but from what I remember, it was good. It was definitely not excellent or God tier.
Yeah.
I'd probably say it's it's good. It's just good. I wouldn't say it did something different, so I wouldn't put it as like nothing special. So I'd put it as just B tier. It's good.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. From what I remember, again, it's been a minute, but yeah, it's good. Like I liked it. I would watch it again for sure. Out of all the Wrong Turn movies, it's probably the best one. I know there's like a lot now,
Dang.
but she was the original girl in Wrong Turn franchise, and also it helped. It doesn't. I mean, it helps also that like she's hot and like yeah, she's cool. Like I love Eliza Dushku. She was in New Guy. I don't know. Have you seen New Guy?
No, man.
Oh, it's like a very 90s movie, I feel like. Or maybe it's 2000s. Either way, it has a
That was a
90s
good movie
vibe.
too. Yeah.
Eliza Dushku, she's in Bring It On. She's like Kirsten Dunst's like, or Kristen
Like
Dunst's like best friend.
She was in an
Okay.
episode of Big Bang Theory too. She played an FBI agent.
Oh, that's
He
right.
was the one he was trying to like hit on, and she was married.
Oh, you're
I
right.
don't
Okay.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So she's a cool actress. She's hot,
Dang.
and so yeah, I would say I agree with you. It's a B for me.
The,
So we can put that one on the B tier.
Right.
Good.
and then the next one, what is it? Oh, The Witch.
One with the goat, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
right,
It's
now
with,
I know.
I
Oh, yeah,
forgot her
that
name's,
totally
like,
makes a difference.
Anna Taylor-Joy. Yeah, this is when she was younger. It's a slow burn, but it's definitely different.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I
so-
recently saw it.
The
and
Witch. Yeah, yeah.
My coworker loves this movie, and he says it's like one of his favorite. But it's definitely a slow burn. I'd put it as good. I
Okay.
just put it as good.
Yeah,
I'll take your
yeah.
word for it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that movie, man, I there was a lot of hype around it. I remember people having like
Yeah.
nightmares and like, oh man,
Kind
this
of like
movie messed
Blair
me up.
Witch.
Yeah,
kind of,
and
people get scared.
a lot of hype. So when I went to go see it, I was expecting. I don't know if that did influence my me watching it. It had an influence me thinking it was going to be this big old major thing, and then I was like,
just
yes,
like,
you
decent.
hit the nail on the head right there when you said slow burn. It's a
Yeah, it was definitely slow.
Oh.
burn.
Takes a good minute to get to it. Yeah, the goat, and whatnot, and
Yeah.
it's the star of the movie is a freaking goat.
Oh,
you know?
it's a goat. Wait, so like,
It's supposed to be the devil, like the black goat. It's like supposed to be the devil or something.
Right, right.
oh, is it like
and-
Baphomet or something?
Yeah, like Baphomet,
Okay.
exactly.
Is it scary? Is the movie scary?
Nah,
I wouldn't say it's scary.
I
it's
wouldn't
just-
say it's scary. It's
I don't
know.
psychological. Like
Yeah.
if you're sensitive towards stuff like that, then I could understand it. You know,
Yeah.
why that would make you feel the type of way, because ultimately it's Baphomet, and they're the devil's communicating to people telepathically and stuff.
Oh, okay, cool. So what would you rank it?
Would you-
Good. Just because
Yeah.
I'm more into like the slasher
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
me too.
so it's good.
It's
For
good.
me
So it's better
personally.
than nothing special?
It's better. Yeah, I'd say
they did something different, and so that's why I would put it as good and not.
it was
something special.
captivating.
Okay.
Enough for me
Yeah.
to
So it was
watch it.
entertaining enough to watch.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You'd recommend?
I
that
recommend watching it at least once.
Okay, I'll watch
Yeah.
it. I've been.
All right, so the next one is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It looks like it's the 3D one, the one with Alexandra Daddario.
Okay.
Have y'all seen it?
I haven't, but let's just.
You seen
Yeah.
it?
No,
You seen
no, but it just seems
Okay.
corny already. 3D and blah blah blah.
Yeah, so this is around
the.
the 3D era, like 2009, 2010, whatever.
Friday the 13th tried that.
Yeah, Trey Songz, Alexandra Daddario. It was not good. Apparently, like in the movie, she was like his cousin or something, like a lost cousin.
Alexandra Daddario was Leatherface's cousin.
Yeah, and so like in the movie, he doesn't kill her because
Their family.
they're family.
That's lame.
So yeah, it was stupid.
Ah, man,
I
that sounds
hated
awful.
it. I would.
That's very Rob Zombie.
I mean, it's a Texas Chainsaw
Yeah.
Massacre movie, so there's kills, and that's what I enjoyed about it. So I wouldn't put it as complete dog shit. I'd probably put it as just painful to watch.
painful to watch. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's put that there.
Original, I think I only saw once. I'd probably put it as good,
Okay.
to be honest. I mean, it going back, like it's very old, so
Yeah.
like
Uh,
it doesn't hold up. But I mean, maybe y'all think different. I don't know.
What do you think?
I'd put it in God tier because
God tier? Oh,
God
shoot.
tier because I do because it's man, it's nitty gritty. It's man, it's so raw, and the way that they filmed it, the style of the cinematography and that is just I really dig. I feel like Blair Witch took a lot from that movie too, because it's kind of just like off-putting. Just I don't know the way that everything's set up and the visuals and stuff. So yeah, I'd put it in God tier because it just visually was like tripped
gruesome
out. Yeah,
and-
yeah, yeah.
I
And
guess
yeah,
seeing
the
in
kills,
theaters,
the
it'd be
gruesome
like-
when he hangs her up on the on the
Oh, yeah.
meat hook and everything. It's just
Yeah.
like dang, it's really brutal. So for me, it's God tier. I could watch that over and over.
Dang, that's true. Okay. Okay, so you said what did you say?
I said it was
You
good.
said it was good. You said God tier. Man, that's tough because like it's the original. It's the best in the franchise. Like realistically, right? Because I'm trying to think.
I think I've only seen like the remakes and the first one.
There's just so many remakes too that makes it difficult because there's just so many. Like all the remakes kind of like bleed together.
Yeah, they start to bleed
And
together.
it's
For
like
sure.
which one happened in which. But the original, I like the original. What I like about it is like it's just so gritty and like so like what's the word for it? Like there's a word for it, but I can't remember it right now. My mind's blanking. But it's very grindhouse. That's the word for it. It's very grindhouse and like dirty and like it just gives you this like gross feeling when you watch it, which is good. That's like what
Yeah,
horror movies are supposed to
absolutely.
do.
Yeah, definitely.
And it gives you this gross feeling, like especially when she's tied up at the table and the old grandpa is over there cracked, it's like sucking her
Oh,
finger.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
dang.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
like hard to
yeah.
watch,
And this was before,
but in a good way.
exactly. And
Yeah.
this was before the first Halloween, I think, right?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
74 or something, or I don't remember because the original Halloween was 78. So I
I think
think
it was like 76 or 77.
yeah, it came out before. So damn, you say it's good. You say it's God tier. Oh man.
Go middle and say
It's-
excellent or what?
Yeah,
Play it safe.
I'm gonna play it safe and say excellent, just because like it's not a movie that I like rewatch a lot, just because like I enjoy it, but it's not one that like I have on repeat
Right.
because like I don't know, I'm just going off of like enjoyability.
No, yeah, of course.
So let's go middle and say excellent because it is a really good movie.
The next one's Alien 3.
Oh, Alien 3, Sigourney.
Which one was that one?
We should probably before we go any further, we should probably be like, hey, like it's a lot of spoilers ahead. I feel like that's a given though.
It's
like,
a
if we're
given.
gonna
It's a
rank and
given.
These are
talk
old
about it.
movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
these are
it's
really
a
old. If
given.
you haven't seen it by now, like
What are you doing?
see them.
If you haven't seen it right now, you're not a horror fan.
I mean, there's a lot of new horror fans, so like definitely go see them. But yeah, like if you don't like spoilers, definitely don't watch this right now. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of spoilers. Just know that. Anyway, Alien 3. What I remember from that, Sigourney Weaver dies
At the end,
in the
right?
very end, and like the alien pops out of her chest as she's like dying.
Yeah.
She kills herself to kill the alien. From what I remember, it's been a while.
Yeah.
From what I remember, it was good. It was the weakest one out of the trilogy for sure.
Well, at this point, trilogy.
Right. You're right. Yeah, because I made more. Man, I would say for me, nothing special. I think it's just like, and again, nothing special means mediocre, just like average.
Yeah.
I don't think I could say it was good.
Yeah, I'd put it there or good. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably nothing special. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'd have to agree because visually it's cool because it's Alien, you know. H.R. Giger, he's like freaking mastermind artist, and he's super rad. So out of respect for his art and stuff, yeah, you know. But the movie itself, yeah, I'd say nothing special. It was okay.
Yeah. Okay, so next up is Alien, the original. Ooh, easy, but I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I would put it in excellent. Yeah, I loved everything about it. It was intense. It was something new when it came out. Visually and yeah. Like I said earlier, H.R. Giger is the man. You know, I mean, he's inspired so many artists, from Danzig to bands like Korn and well, Danzig got a lot of his artwork, his album covers from H.R. Giger, and
Really?
and the movie was inspired by the work of H.R. Giger. So yeah, I'd say yeah, it's excellent for me.
Awesome. For me, it's God tier, just because it's like, well, you said 1979, right?
Yeah, 1979.
Just because I feel like it's so pioneering and revolutionary for like the sci-fi genre, like the sci-fi horror genre.
Yeah,
The xenomorph is badass. Like the effects were cool. I love what they did with the android Bishop, right?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Bishop.
Yeah, I think it's
I don't know. It's a really good movie. I would say God tier just because it's it's a horror classic, but I just think everything they did was so original for the time and like special effects were amazing.
yeah, absolutely.
My personal vote's God tier. You said excellent.
I think I'd put it at excellent because the next one I feel like would be God tier.
Okay.
Because in my opinion, the second one is the best one out of all the Alien movies.
Aliens, you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aliens. Okay. All right. So then, yeah, 2 beats 1. So yeah, we'll put it in the excellent tier. All right. So let's talk about Aliens. I'll go first on this one. Aliens. Yeah, it's like an ongoing like big debate among like horror movie fans and even among just like movie buffs in general. Like which one's better, like the sequel or the original? Some people say the sequel. Some people say the original. personally, yeah, I don't know. That's tough. But the sequel, I would say, probably has a slight edge just because there's more, and also because it's the first time it shows the Queen. So it's that awesome, like badass battle between Sigourney Weaver and the like machine against the big ass Queen, and then there's like what was the name of like Sigourney's like adopted daughter?
Oh, shoot.
Wasn't she in it?
It's been years. I don't remember.
Oh man, I forgot her name.
I wouldn't know the name of that, but I know it's definitely more action packed versus the first one, and that's what I like about it too.
Yeah,
more aliens, more of everything. So yeah, I go with that one. Yeah,
There's more aliens.
I would say Aliens, which is Alien 2 or whatever. There's a second one in the franchise. Aliens is God tier for me. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd put it God tier.
God tier
For sure.
Yeah, 100% got
Okay,
to.
sweet. We all agree on that one. The fourth one with Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder was in it?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No.
Have you seen it?
I don't think I've seen Alien Resurrection.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one. Winona
Really?
Ryder.
You
Yeah, I
haven't
didn't
seen
even
it?
know she was in it.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'm the only one who's seen it. Wow, this is all on me.
Is this the
that's
one
all I
where Sigourney
need.
Weaver comes back as a robot?
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver's an android in this one, and Winona Ryder's in it. So this is the fourth one.
Yeah, I think I've just seen clips.
Oh man, again, it's been a while, but I do remember liking it. I remember liking it and finding it entertaining. So I would say it's definitely not painful to watch or complete dog shit because, like I said, it was entertaining to me. It's either good or nothing special. Oh man,
Dang.
Did I like it
down
more?
to the wire?
I think I liked it more than Alien 3. I'll say that. I think I liked it more. Again, it's been a while since I've seen these movies,
right.
but I'll just put it at a good movie.
At good?
I'll put it at good because like Winona's in it.
Yeah, Winona's a badass. I mean,
She's
she's a badass. Heather's, Stranger Things,
Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands. Yeah.
Beetlegeist.
Oh, fun rabbit hole actually. While I was on tour though, I actually visited the Edward Scissorhands house.
Oh no way.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
in
yeah, I
Florida.
saw
It's
that.
in Tampa. Well, it's like 25 minutes north of Tampa or whatever. But yeah, I visited, dude. It was super cool. Like a lot of the houses in that Edward Scissorhands neighborhood are still painted like those like pastel like bright colors.
Yeah.
It was super awesome. And
Oh,
Edward
that's
Scissorhands is
cool.
one of my favorite movies of all time. So it's like it was
Yeah,
cool
yeah,
to go there. We were gonna get a tour because usually like the people who own it are super nice and they'll just let you in and they'll give you a tour for free, I think. But the owner was sick at the time. I think she had like the flu or something, so we couldn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Dang.
But yeah, I definitely
Dang,
wanna go
that's
back.
cool. Hell yeah.
for sure.
All right, so the next one is Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one.
Ooh, the OG. Who wants to go first?
I'll go. I would say this one I would say is excellent.
Yeah.
Either excellent or good. There's definitely a better one. The Dream Warriors, I think it's called. Right?
Dream Warriors is one of my favorites. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So I would say this was excellent. I would go with excellent.
Okay. Man, this is tough because it was really good, and Johnny Depp's in it. It's his first ever movie. You know, it was enjoyable. This was Freddy before he became too goofy and too like unlikable. For me personally,
Yeah.
because he got too goofy.
Yeah, it
for
got
me.
more comedic as he went on.
Yeah. Oh man, I would say, man, it's at least excellent. At least excellent. Is it God tier though? Like that's like
Yeah.
in my head.
It was the first one.
I would,
But,
yeah.
It's a really.
I
good
mean,
one.
there's for me. I feel like if there's a better one, that would be.
Right. Like it's
Like,
not my favorite.
obviously
It's
above
not my favorite, but I would say excellent because it is
yeah.
pretty rad and it was fresh and new and the kills are pretty awesome.
You're right.
The Johnny Depp kill was cool.
The Johnny Depp kill was cool.
Oh man. All right. Jesus. Do you see? Both say excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I would say excellent. Yeah, that's excellent.
All right. I guess I'll say excellent. You guys are influencing me in this way, but just because it's so close, like it could be
Yeah,
God
yeah.
tier, but it could be excellent depending on which way you go. Compared to like modern day standards, obviously some of the effects of like are
Right.
aged, but some of the stuff they did was very innovative. Like the scene where like he's coming through the wall,
Right.
how they did that, they used practical effects was badass. Like it looks really cool.
Right.
Way better than the remake. The remake's version of that was horrible CGI, horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, I guess I'll. Yeah, excellent's good. Excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, I love
Plus,
that
the
movie.
movie poster looks rad. Just
It is.
points
It's
for
right
the
there.
points for the
I don't know if
movie
you can
poster.
see it.
yeah.
I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's right there. But yeah, great film.
Nightmare on
Street 2?
Elm Street 2. I honestly don't remember this one. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you seen this one?
I think that's the one where, if I remember, the kill in there was when they're in the school in the hallway and he's like dragging someone's body across through the hallways. Is that part two?
Was that the first one?
I think that's the first one.
That's the first
Yes,
one?
the first one. Yeah, where
Damn.
it's like
Well, then I'm
it's
confusing
covered
it.
with the sheet, right?
Yeah.
That's the first one. I think I might have been the only one who's seen it. Maybe then. Second
Shit,
one is
man.
where he. It's really stupid, to be honest. I'm gonna just say it right now. He like Freddy like possesses this kid, and Freddy's essentially in the kid, and
That
the
already
kid is
sounds
like
dumb.
yeah.
He's in the kid.
And the kid, the teenager, and the teenager is the one like doing like the killings.
Ah, man, that sounds bad.
and Freddy,
That's like Halloween Ends.
Is
Or like it's
yeah.
not even Michael
and
Myers.
it's
like
like
similar.
Chucky also possessing people, but
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really stupid. So on this one, man, I would definitely say, well, it's definitely,
Would you say it's dog
it's
shit?
definitely, it's definitely
it
like
sounds like dog shit.
it's either painful to watch or
Smells
complete
like
dog
it,
shit.
too.
Because in my opinion, complete dog shit is like the newest Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
Literally the worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That was
That's
so
the worst
bad.
movie I've ever seen. It's that bad. It's really bad. So like, is it that bad? No,
Yeah.
but it's pretty bad.
It's painful to watch.
I'm gonna say, fuck, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, man. It is painful to watch, but it's also kind of dog shit. So I'm gonna say, man, should I flip a coin or should I just choose?
Flip a coin.
I'm gonna say it's dog shit. I'm gonna say it's dog shit
Yeah, dog shit.
because like no one wants to see a possessed kid. Like Freddy's already enough to handle. Like,
Right,
He
right.
can only take so much of Freddy, but then like putting him in a kid and the kid's annoying and there's a lot of homo like erotic like undertones in the film. No, I'm being 100% serious.
Oh,
A lot of homoerotic likeness, which nothing against that. But I'm just saying, like, it didn't feel like a Friday the. Why do I keep saying Friday the 13th? It didn't feel like a Nightmare on Elm Street
Right.
movie. It just felt weird, like out of place. So yeah, definitely dog shit.
All right. So then the next one would be the third one, Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
This one is God tier for me, just because it's definitely better than the first one. So I mean, to me, it's like almost a perfect movie.
Nice.
They learned from the second one because the second one, like you said, was dog shit,
Mhm.
and they just definitely made it a lot better. And they almost perfected it. So I would definitely go with God tier.
Sick. So now, okay, Dream Warriors is the third one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
What do you-
Yeah, I would put it on God tier for multiple reasons. The kills are cool. The kids are badass. They're taking action now. The soundtrack is badass. Yeah. So with all those things, it's just action packed, and the kills are cool. Everything's about it's cool. So I agree
Nice.
for sure. And the Stranger Things is definitely influenced by that too.
Oh, you're
there's a lot
right.
of- yeah,
Oh,
you watch
what's
Stranger
his name?
Things.
Robert
Yeah.
Englund was in the last season.
Yeah, he was
Stranger
exactly. It
Things?
was
Yeah.
a reference into that. Yeah, for sure.
He was like an inmate that Robin and
Oh, the
Nancy
blind,
went
the
to go
blind
see.
guy,
Yeah,
From
right.
Vecna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was having nightmares, so that was another cool, interesting thing. In
Wasn't
there.
Vecna inspired by Freddy Krueger?
Yeah,
Because he
it
like
was.
kind of like haunts your like nightmares or dreams. or
right.
whatever. Oh,
And the
that's
kids
dope.
are fighting back, so it's a lot of so it's putting
References.
those two and two together. The
there's a lot of
Easter
references.
eggs and stuff is pretty rad. So
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So for me, So Dream Warriors is definitely one of my favorite. I always go back and forth between Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and Nightmare on Elm Street 1 because I love them both. I think they're both really good for different reasons. But yeah, the third one at least is excellent, I would say. So I guess we agree God tier then because
You put God tier?
God tier.
you
Yeah.
said God tier, I said excellent.
Yeah, definitely God tier.
It's a really good movie. The soundtrack
Dang.
is cool because like a metal band did the song Dream Warriors. They
Right.
did that just for the movie. I
Right,
forgot
right.
what metal band it was.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly who did that, but I know that Dramarama did the song Anything. They practically play the whole song in there, which is an awesome song. Got to check it out.
That song was so cool. Dream Warriors.
Dude, this whole thing's cool, man. I
That's-
love
yeah,
that. I
that's
love
cool.
this.
All right, the next
Sketchy.
one is
5.
third one is on.
No, that was the third one.
Oh yeah. All done.
The fourth one. right?
The fourth one, yeah.
The Dream Master. Yeah, the Dream Master.
Dream Master.
Okay, Nightmare
I've
on Elm
never
Street.
seen that one, so
I haven't
I
seen
stopped
it.
at
I've
the
seen
third
that. You
one.
haven't seen it?
no.
It's actually pretty good.
I haven't
It's
seen it.
the same. You haven't seen it either. Okay, I've seen that one. That one's really good. Or that one's good at least. Like it's continuing the story of Dream Warriors. That's why I'm surprised you guys haven't seen it because
Mhm.
it's some of the same cast they brought back. Some of the the group of kids
right.
they came back 4, Dream Master. But what I didn't like about Dream Master was that like it kills off. Spoiler alert! It kills off like a lot of the original cast.
Wow.
Like a lot of the Dream Warriors. Like it kills them off. Like I don't think. Again, it's been a while since I've seen it. I don't think it kills off all of them, but it kills off like a good amount of them. And it's like, what the fuck? Like you just undid everything you did with the third one.
Right.
So that's kind of fucked up. So it's definitely not as good as the first or part 3. So Dream Master, I would say, is just a good movie. B level good movie.
All right. So then the next one would be the 5th one, which is
The Dream Child.
Damn, everything has a dream in it.
I've never seen that, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
they
honest.
started getting goofy.
They started getting goofy
and so
after 4.
I just I
The first
stopped
4 are like
watching.
watchable, like good or are good. Anything
Right.
after 4 is just like, dude, why are you watching this?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just couldn't do it after a while.
I've never seen this one.
So just never seen it. Pile.
And then
The
the next
remake.
one would be the remake.
Oh
I think this is
man,
like 2010 maybe.
that was awful.
Dude.
That was dog shit. It was just straight up dog shit. It
Yeah.
was the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I didn't like the way Freddy Krueger looked.
Yeah, that's
Wasn't he like a pedophile or something? Like a child?
Molester, yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Which in the
pedophile.
original he wasn't.
Yeah, this one was dog shit. Do we all agree on that?
We all agree.
Oh, yeah,
that is
dog
dog
shit.
shit.
Yeah, for
That is
sure.
dog shit.
Next one is Child's Play.
Like, okay, the original Child's Play.
Yeah, the original Child's Play. We'll get to the remake.
Okay, man, you've seen it?
I've seen it.
What do you think?
I would put it in excellent, just because I'm not too much of a fan of it, but it was good, and it was based off of Robert the Doll, and that story kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Robert the Doll, and of course Annabelle. So it was loosely based on those two things. So it was definitely creepy. Yeah, so I'd put it in excellent, just because there's a lot of cool one-liners in it, and
Nice.
it's a fun movie to watch.
Yeah. I'd probably put it as good.
Good.
I wouldn't. I mean, it's the first one. It's probably the best one. Child's Play 2 was actually good too. But I would just put it as good. But
Man, I haven't seen it in so long. I think I've seen it once, and I was like 10 when I saw it.
Yeah, and
So I
you were
don't know how-
scared, and you never saw it again, man.
no, yeah, for sure. No, well, like to be honest, I'm just not a big Chucky fan. Like I've
Yeah,
never
yeah,
been
yeah.
like huge Chucky
yeah,
fan.
it's
me
just like,
neither,
oh, it's
man.
a killing doll.
Yeah,
Like,
Like, how can they not
it's
kill
just
him?
never been scary to me. But like, I mean, I'm sure I should give it another go. But man, I don't know what to rate it, just because like I said, it's been so long. I hear that the second one is better. Child's Play 2, I hear is really good, or Child's Play 3. I hear one of those is like the best in the franchise.
It's the second one.
But honestly, I haven't
I
seen
think-
much of Child's Play, except I've seen Bride of Chucky with the one with Tiffany.
Of course.
And and then that's actually the only one that I've really seen. That one's really good though. But I can't really give my input on this one, so you guys can choose where you think Child's Play 1 ranks.
I mean, if you want to put an excellent, I'm fine with that. I think Child's Play 2 is better. So
Right.
I'd probably put Child's Play at good and then Child's Play 2 at excellent. But
Child's Play 2, is that the one where he gets burned?
yeah, I think
where he's
so.
like, I think so, man. Yeah. So yeah, Child's Play 2 is okay. So I would go with that. So yeah, maybe 1 is good, and then the second one I'd say is excellent.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, Child's Play 2 was good. All right,
Yeah,
so
I'm noticing a little theme here where a lot of like the
second
sequels
one
are
is
good.
a lot of
you
people
know,
say,
really,
oh,
really-
it can't beat the original, but
yeah, but it just got better.
Terminator
And
2.
Yeah,
Terminator 2.
Technically,
Yeah.
Terminator is considered sci-fi horror.
then-
You can do
yeah.
that too. Okay, Chucky.
So what's the third one of Chucky? Because after Child's Play 2, I kind of stopped.
Yeah.
Oh man, there was too many. I stopped like.
So there's a Curse of Chucky.
You want to just do the ones we've seen?
Yeah, we could.
like, of
so
the Chucky,
have you seen Curse of Chucky?
No, all I saw was Bride of Chucky.
Yeah, Bride of Chucky.
Okay, so I haven't seen Curse of Chucky.
Have you seen Bride of Chucky?
I haven't seen Bride of Chucky.
Okay, you
But
want?
y'all can do it because
Yeah, let's do Bride of Chucky because that one's
Okay.
good. I really like that one. I mean, it's iconic because of Tiffany, dude. And
Shit,
what's that
yeah.
actress' name? She's just, like legendary for her voice. She maybe
Let's
you can
look it up.
Google it.
Yeah,
Bride of
let's
Chucky,
Google
but she plays Tiffany, and she's also in Liar Liar. She just has that unique voice, but yeah, it's just like a really iconic character, and like their dynamic is really funny.
Oh, Jennifer Tilly.
Jennifer Tilly. Can't believe I
Yeah.
didn't think of that. Yeah, Jennifer Tilly. She's awesome. She's actually like really active on Twitter.
Yeah.
And she like tweets a lot about Chucky and about being like Tiffany, and it's really cool that she embraces that character and stuff.
Yeah, and she
Embraces
came
the
back on
fans.
the Child's Play TV show.
Oh, did she really?
Yeah,
As Tiffany?
she returned her. Yeah.
Nice.
And she even played herself.
Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah.
That's sick. I love when people do that. That's like,
Yeah,
That's
cool
really meta.
cameos. Yeah,
Very
she's
meta.
badass. She's definitely up there with the rest of the Scream queens or queens of Scream and stuff. So yeah, she's a badass.
oh man, okay. Where would you rank the movie though? A Bride of Chucky.
Oh man, it's tough, man, because it's
It's good, but it's not
good,
like
it's not. It's because it's biased.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
my favorite.
Right,
You know,
right. I got you.
yeah. So I mean. But it is. I mean, this is our tier, so I'd say for the sake of it, all this is subjective. Whatever you
Yeah.
like, that's cool.
Yeah,
But this
gonna
is
have different-
between us, and I'd say it's good just because I'm biased, and I'm like, Chucky's not my guy.
Oh yeah, exactly. He took the words out of my mouth. I was gonna put good because I like it because it's funny and I like the dynamic with him and Tiffany and like that's really like funny to watch. But like I don't really care about Chucky as a killer and like the
Mhm.
franchise isn't one of my favorites.
Right.
So yeah, it's just good.
Right.
All right.
Tiffany's got tier though.
Jennifer
Uh,
Tilly got tears.
So we can. Oh, there's like the son of Chucky too, right?
Yeah, but
I didn't
we haven't
see
I haven't. I've
it.
never
it.
seen that one
Yeah.
either. So
I saw clips and I was like, I'm not watching.
Let's try to do ones that we've seen. That way we
Yeah,
can just like
so-
save time on that.
the next one would be Child's Play, the remake. with,
There was a remake?
Yeah, with what's his name? Luke Skywalker. Free.
yeah, we seen it.
Luke. Who's the guy that
Mark
plays-
Hamill?
There we go. Mark Hamill.
He's
He
awesome.
did the voice of Chucky and Aubrey.
Oh,
Plaza,
the
was it?
remake. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I don't know why I blanked. Yeah, Aubrey Plaza. She's the mom. I saw that one. It's more like a modern take. Like the doll's not possessed, right? It's just like
It's like an AI.
It's
yeah.
like AI, right? Yeah. Okay.
I enjoyed it. I think it was.
I thought it was good.
There's nothing special.
Entertaining.
But it was good. So I don't know what y'all. I would put it as nothing special
Nothing special. Yeah, actually, yeah, that seems about right.
Same
because it's
as
just another killer doll movie.
You're right. I'll put nothing special.
right.
All right. And then the next one, looking at The Conjuring.
Conjuring. Interesting.
Conjuring. Yeah,
Who wants to
yeah,
go first on
yeah.
that?
I'll go first. So The Conjuring, I really enjoyed. I thought was. At first when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's just another scary movie or like haunted house. But they did something different, and I enjoyed it. It scared me. So I would say this was. I mean, it's definitely the best out of the Conjuring franchise, so I'd probably put it as excellent. Either good or excellent. Like I'm okay with compromising to good, but I would say excellent. What do you
I would say excellent too, man. What's that game they're playing in there? I think wasn't she like knocking or something?
it
or-
was like
Yeah, it's the knock.
it was the
Oh,
clap
the
game.
clap game.
The
Yeah.
hide and
clap.
seek.
Clap.
Yeah.
That part was scary.
Dude, that
When I
freaked
first
me
saw it.
out. And
Like,
Or the
I mean,
wardrobe when she looks up and was it Bathsheba or something?
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, so there was a lot of jump scares, which is like a cheat thing, it's just like, but when they did it, it was just like, damn, like, yeah, I was legit like scared, anybody would clap and I'd be like, oh snap, looking around,
yeah.
but excellent for me, man.
I
Yeah,
will
it was
say
excellent.
also excellent. It's my favorite of the franchise. It's really the only one that I like really, really liked out of the trilogy, to be honest. The other two, well, we'll get into those. But yeah, so the first one I really liked. I remember seeing it for the first time. I was like, wow, this is really good. I liked it. Like the story, I think I was telling you this. When I was on tour, I got to visit the Conjuring house and got to do a tour and got to be in the actual house and stuff. And it's cool to see like what is actually Hollywood and what's fake,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Or sorry, that doesn't make sense. what's Hollywood and what's real, like the whole tree thing where like Bathsheba like hung herself and stuff like that.
Right,
That's not true. Like none of that existed.
right.
I was
Yeah.
just like adding, Hollywood added that. But it was cool to see the house and like experience it. That
Did it
was
feel
definitely
creepy
a
in there?
highlight.
What did it feel like when you were in there? Did you get like a sense of anything?
I didn't, but I'm like, I'm not like easy to scare. Like I'm very
Too cool for school.
Yeah. I'm like I don't get scared easily. To be honest, I didn't feel any like heaviness or weirdness. But
Right.
to be honest, like the people I was with, one of them, they're very like they say they're very like clairvoyant and they feel a lot of like energy. And they were saying that like the hairs on their like arms stood up in certain rooms.
Oh, yeah?
And one of the girls who was in our group, because when you go, it's just whoever's like in your group.
That
It's
wanted
just
a
like
tour.
whoever registers is like
Right,
you guys
right.
all go on the tour together, right? So like strangers. So I don't know this girl. She was with her mom. I'd say she was like 17, 18. she started crying,
Oh damn!
and she said that she felt like someone pulled her hair,
Wow.
and she was crying not because it hurt from someone pulling her hair. She was crying just because she was like, I guess, scared.
Right.
And so she said she felt something. She said something pulled her hair in one of the rooms. And actually, like one of the tour guides, not one of the tour guide, was like saying that when he moved in, we asked him obviously like, have you experienced anything here? And he's like, oh yeah, we've experienced a lot. He's like, nothing to the degree of like the Conjuring movies, you know, the Parent Family, like, what they experienced. He's like, but we've experienced like definitely experienced some stuff. He's like, what he said, what that freaks me out a little bit was that he said that him and his wife were in bed one day and they saw like an actual like a gray alien. You know how they're called the grays?
Yeah.
He said he saw like a gray alien like peeking its head like through the window, like they were in bed and they were facing like the door, and the doorway, like imagine the bed's like right here, right? Like where we are. And like that's the door. And like directly across from them, so like perfect view. And like he said that a gray alien like peeked its head and like that through the door, and it was just like staring at them for a bit. And the guy was like, I guess he was cuddling his wife, and he's like, babe, do you see what I mean, are you looking at what I'm looking at? Like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? And she was like, yes. And that they were like whispering to each other to not like alarm it.
Right.
And then when they said hey to it, it like immediately like went back, like immediately like disappeared, like, you know, like its head like jerked back. And yeah, so that freaked me out because like,
yeah.
Because he was saying, like, the tour guide was saying that there's like a lot of theories that that house, the Conjuring house, is kind of like a portal to a different dimension. Again, this is what he's saying. I'm not saying I believe it or what, but he said it's like a portal to a different dimension, a portal to hell, or whatever it is. And he's like, so the fact that I've seen like that we've eyewitnessed with our own eyes have seen like a gray alien here just shows us that this house is like a dimension or like a portal to a different like world, which is crazy.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting, you know. I'm not saying that it's real, but it's just very interesting that he would experience that. Because like out of all things he could come up with, like, why not talk about a demon, but like specifically a gray alien or an alien? Like that's interesting to me, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, not to go off on a tangent.
No, that was interesting.
So we put that as excellent. So the next one would be Conjuring 2. For me, it was kind of a miss. Honestly, I'm going to sound like a dick here, but the son, he had a stutter, and I couldn't stop laughing at that.
Oh, did you really?
So that kind of ruined it for me, like the scariness or the horror aspect of it. So I'd put it as good or maybe nothing special. Yeah,
I would say good also. First one was badass. It was scary, and then it just flopped after that. For me.
Nice. Conjuring 2, I'd put that as nothing special, me personally. So you put...
I would say either good or nothing special. This is the first time you see the nun.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That was part of the scariest aspect of that
film.
That scene in particular.
Yeah, you're right. That was a creepy
That was like the best, creepiest scene. Everything else was just like,
Yeah.
You're right. Damn. All right. So for me, I could go good. I could go nothing special.
I would go with good.
All right, we'll put it in good.
Good.
Just because just the introduction of that nun scene was
that was intense.
Creepy. Yeah. So Conjuring 3, Devil Made Me Do It. Let me start off by saying
I forgot about that one.
That was painful to watch for me. I'm not gonna say complete dog shit because that's like really really bad, like the worst you can get.
Yeah.
But I'll say it's painful to watch. I didn't enjoy it at all. I thought the story was lackluster.
Yeah, they made it like during COVID too, so I don't know if that
impacted it. Yeah, I didn't really like it at all. I was bored, and I was just like, the story doesn't really make sense.
Same.
Yeah, they went from like a haunted house to like I don't know, it was in like a cult or something.
I don't even remember. Like, I don't remember the reason. I was just
forgettable.
They lost me completely.
Yeah, I'd put it as painful to watch.
Sweet.
And then the next one would be Annabelle, the first Annabelle.
Oh, the Annabelle franchise?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many of these.
The first Annabelle, I would say it was boring. It was painful to watch. Yeah, it was nothing special. I wouldn't watch it again. There's movies in this trilogy that I would watch. This one I wouldn't. It's painful to watch for me.
I don't really think I remember the Annabelles.
I saw the first one, and I would say that it was painful to watch just because the doll is I feel like they would have gone a lot farther there to keep it to the original Annabelle doll, which is a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah.
And I know that's not scary, but to me, the doll itself was just cheesy, corny.
Like they tried too hard to make it
Yeah,
scary.
I was just like, I was like, nah, man. Like it would have been creepier if it was something that was not creepy, something you could see in your actual house and then be,
Yeah.
like those porcelain dolls. You ever seen those, man? Some grandma's house is just, man, those. That's, I don't know, man. There's a freaky man.
Your grandma's house.
Wait, how many Annabelles are there?
There's 3.
There's 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I would say this is definitely the weakest one out of the trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would go to Painful to Watch or Nothing Special.
Okay.
Yeah, same, man. The story, the real story is scary, and then the movie just kind of like took that away from you. So
Gotcha. So what, like Nothing
So-
Special or Painful to Watch?
We go to
Either way,
Nothing
man.
Special, I guess. Or you want Painful to Watch?
painful to watch,
Okay,
man.
yeah. Yeah, it's the weakest one. We'll
That's
go
the
Painful to
weakest
Watch.
one. Painful to watch.
The next one would be Annabelle Creation.
Nah, I didn't see any of the rest of them because
Have you
that
seen that one?
first one
I
was
think I
painful
have
to
seen
watch.
that
so-
one. Yeah, I don't remember too much of it. I just remember it being like, it's all right.
Really? I actually think Annabelle Creation is really good.
Really?
I would say good. They learned from the first one. That one was painful to watch, obviously. And they made it. I was actually scared on Annabelle Creation.
Really?
Yeah, they did some like, I guess jump scares and like they played with your emotions a little bit and they built off of that and they made it pretty good.
All right.
I would say it's definitely the best out of the trilogy, so I'd put it in just good.
I'm cool with putting it in good.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Maybe I'm just not a big fan of dolls. I'm noticing. Big fan of doll movies. Like, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I get bored of it, I guess.
The next one would be Annabelle Comes Home. Have you all seen that one?
Nah,
Nope.
didn't see it.
So this one, Annabelle goes to the Warrens' house, and they put it in the museum.
Right.
So like, their daughter, I think it's like her name's like Judy or something. They hire a babysitter to take care of her. The babysitter obviously like opens the museum up, and everything, all the haunted possessions like start like coming to life, I guess you could say. It was alright. I would say it was nothing special.
Yeah, sounds like nothing
Yeah.
special.
So I recently saw all the Evil Deads. That's why I kind of want to do it.
Oh, dang.
Oh, sure,
Go
sure,
go
sure.
for it.
So the first Evil Dead, I'd put as good, just because it was a low budget film. Even Ash, what was his name again? Bruce Campbell.
Bruce
He
Campbell.
said that he didn't know how to act at all. This was his first movie.
Damn.
Right.
It's a Spider-Man guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would put as good because it was entertaining, but it's like also like you could tell they can't act.
Yeah, I'd put it as good. Yeah, I'd put it good too. It was I dig it still, but yeah, it was not my favorite of the franchise.
Yeah. So the next one would be Evil Dead 2. This one I would put as excellent. It was definitely better than the first one. This is Evil Dead 2 is kind of like a remake, but also a sequel of the first one.
Right.
He definitely did better with acting, and then you could tell like it's a Sam Raimi film, so like there's some like funny parts in it. This is where it starts going towards like comedy a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Nice. So I would say Evil Dead 2 would be excellent for me, but if you want to put it as good, I could do that too.
I would put it in God tier.
Really?
Yeah, just because I'm a
Okay.
big fan of Ash and Bruce Campbell and the way that it looks. It's comedic, but it's also very gory. I mean, that's the classic scene where he chops off his hand. His hand gets possessed, and that's where he gets the chainsaw. A lot of blood, a ridiculous amount of blood.
Yeah.
So for me, it's God tier because of that, for sure.
Nice. I've
And,
never seen.
I could put it in God tier.
Dude, it's hilarious.
It's good.
I
I need to watch
I'd
it.
recommend
I would say
everybody
if you
watch
watch it now, though, like the first time I watched it, I was just like, "What is this?" One, it's an old movie, and
okay.
like they didn't have a high budget. Actually, I just read today that Stephen King had to like give him money to finish this film,
Yeah.
or call people to like give him money to finish some film.
Yeah.
But also the funny parts like where the deer's laughing and then the lamps are
Right,
dancing
they're
with
all
them.
right.
At first, when I saw it, I was like, "What the hell is this?" But like, I learned to appreciate more because I watched the third one and then Ash versus Evil Dead, the TV show.
Yo, yeah.
So I go back to watch it and I'm like, okay, this is if you know what you're getting into, like it's a good film.
Right. If you go in there thinking you're gonna get scared, then
Yeah.
all right, it's gonna disappoint big
Yeah.
time.
Okay, so because I've for the audience viewing, I've never seen any of the Evil Deads, but you're saying the Evil Deads are kind of campy.
Right. So if you're into just gory, fun, scared, horror movies type stuff, then that's it, But Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that. Like, you're not gonna get scared.
You're not gonna get
Okay.
scared.
It's very. I would say like campy.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind that. I like
yeah.
slashers. Like,
So the next one's obviously Army of Darkness. For me, I liked it. I would put it as good. This is where Ash goes back in time to like the medieval times,
Right.
and he's like the chosen one or something. I would say it's good. I wouldn't put it as excellent, but I don't know.
I'll put it good. That's cool, man. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
And then the next one would be the remake, Evil Dead remake.
that's the fourth one they made.
Yeah, technically the fourth one, but it's a remake of the first one.
I would say that that one was pretty good. I might put it in excellent just because they definitely. So now that one, if you could be scary, they definitely took it in a much darker approach. It's it's not comedic. It's like, all right, let's redo this, but let's do this as like the legit, serious, scary movie.
Is Ash in it? Like, is
No, it's not.
Oh, actually, there's an end credit of Ash, and he just turns his head and he says "groovy." I don't know if you ever saw that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the character of Ash, the protagonist, is just non-existent in the remake.
No, he's not existing.
It's a different.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gives his blessing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, because he's older, right?
You said you put it in excellent.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I would put it in excellent. If you're gonna make a remake, this is how you would do it.
Really?
Yeah,
they took away the comedy aspect and they made it straight horror, and it was gruesome. It was very bloody, and there's sometimes the scene where she's in the basement and she gets a razor blade and she licks it and it cuts her tongue in half. I was like, oh shoot!
Yeah.
I got this one. She's talking about it.
Yeah.
This is an excellent.
They
film,
kept it true to the goriness, and they took the comedy out, and it was awesome.
I need to watch it. When did it come out? Was it like
2013?
2013. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll watch it.
And so the new one that came out this year, Evil Dead Rise. I don't know if it's.
I have not seen
Evil
that.
Dead Rise came out this year.
Yeah. Oh, I'm the only one that's seen it, right?
Yeah, it came out last month. April.
Okay, yeah. So
last month. Yeah, you're right.
they did. Because the Evil Dead's like they're in a cabin in the woods.
Right.
They did something different. They're in an apartment in California or New York or something. I don't remember. I would say it was good. Probably excellent, but not as good as the remake Evil Dead.
Right.
Oh, interesting. So not as good as the first of the remake of the reboot.
Yeah.
Is this a sequel to the reboot?
No.
What?
It's not.
So
it's like another reboot. If you see Army of Darkness, in that movie, there's 3 Necronomicons, which is a book.
Mm-hmm.
I saw an interview with like the director. He said it's one of the books that was in the Army of Darkness.
Right.
So the first original Sam Raimi trilogy, that's one Necronomicon. The reboot of 2013 was another one, and then this one's like the 3rd Necronomicon.
Oh,
Book of the
I would
Dead.
say it's definitely gory and gruesome. They did something different. I like the mom, and instead of like a possessed demon at the end, I'm not gonna spoil anything because it's like a newer movie.
Yeah,
they did something different. I enjoyed it. At first, when I was seeing it, I was like, okay, it's just like another 2013 one, but they pulled it off. They did something different towards the end, and I really enjoyed it.
cool. So where would you rank that?
I probably put it as excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so both
It's like almost tied up with the remake, but not quite.
Okay, cool. Well, that's good. I need to check them out. Then.
Yeah.
You watch them. I think the next things we should rank is probably the Final Destinations, and then maybe after that we can do like the Screams.
Okay. So the first Final Destination.
Yeah, man, that was like what probably like 1998.
Yeah,
1999.
I think 99 maybe.
Yeah, I think it was 1999.
So where would you put that
90s
one?
movies. Oh, shit, it was really good. I like it. I mean, obviously, looking back, it's like.
Sometimes
it's a little cheesy sometimes, or like some of the graphics don't hold up as well. Obviously because it's 2023 and that was made in 1990, literally over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. Obviously, I'm a fan of the franchise. The first one I would put in. I would say excellent. Personally, I would say excellent. What about you?
I put it in excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one. It was different. It was definitely better than some of the other ones later in the franchise.
Definitely, yeah.
And there's sometimes like things that happen. Like that's one of the reasons why I don't get on planes or I hate riding in planes.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
Because
at
that
right
can
now.
happen.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck?
I'm looking
So
at it,
there's some aspects in the film that are like, okay, this can actually happen. I think that's what makes it scary.
Dude, definitely, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Part 1, that was it scared a lot of
It's
people,
a
man.
really
Everybody
good
was.
movie. I mean, it's excellent. Like,
Yeah.
It's what I think. It's what like. I mean, I think a lot of people already had that natural fear of flying, right, and plane crashes because you're like helpless when you're in the air. But like, it definitely like made your fear worse for flying. Like, I think people were probably afraid for like months after the movie came out to fly.
Yeah. I mean, the guys who created it are straight up genius. Just like everybody's creating monsters or creating this, that, the other. It's like, what's the scariest thing? Death itself. And then dying in the most brutal way. And then like scenarios that you could see yourself in, just like you said, like with the whole plane and stuff, you know? So yeah, for sure. Definitely messed me up.
I'd put it as excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, I would say excellent. Too. It was original too, like the idea, the concept, like you said, of death itself. It's original. Like it wasn't. You couldn't physically fight this thing. Yeah, it wasn't a physical thing.
Yeah, that's what made it even scarier. Put everybody on the edge of the seat. Went home. Everybody drove home all nice like grandmas that night. You know,
for sure. I agree.
All right, so the next one would be Final Destination 2. Which the main like accident that happens is a highway.
Oh man, that's to me that's God tier because till this day. Anybody driving behind one of those trucks, those 18-wheelers,
like logs or like pipes or something.
You're right.
Instantly, you think of that. Like
that's true. That one is
dude.
Really
that's
good.
God tier.
That one's good. I think I like the first one a little bit better.
Right.
Because the whole story in the movie, I feel like is just better overall. The second one, was it right? That's the first time that anyone survived. That's the first and only time that anyone survives the end of the movie.
Right. What's your face?
Of what? Part 2?
Yeah.
Who survived at the end of it?
The cop and then the main girl. They survive.
They
never. And then in the franchise, it never shows them like that they died.
Oh, you're right. It never explains like what happened to them because usually like it catches up.
Right.
Okay. So what's your ranking of it, or what tier?
So the first one we put as excellent. I would put as good.
You'd put it
maybe as excellent too because it's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the first one a little bit better, but I'd be okay with putting it as excellent also.
Yeah, for me, I would put because that was.
This is where like the pregnant girl, they had to save her life because she's pregnant, and
that actress, she was in the first one too. She comes back in this one, the second one. I forgot her name, man. She's in, isn't she in Resident Evil?
Yeah,
right. She's the Resident Evil, the main person. Maybe you can look up her name, but
I'm trying to look.
But she. So what I think this one for me is either excellent or good because. Let me start by saying what I didn't like about the film. What I didn't like about it is that they killed off the survivor of the first film
by a falling brick.
I feel like the way she died could have been so much better.
Oh, you're talking about
Larder?
Oh, Ali Larder, is that her name? Yeah, Ali Larder. Okay.
Yeah, wait, are you talking about her that dies, or are you talking about?
I'm talking about her. She dies.
Because in the first one, that the main guy survives, but then it shows that in the second one he died by a falling brick.
Which is one of the things I wanted to say why I didn't like it. Because what I didn't like about the second one, and it's not really its fault because maybe they had contract issues with the actor, I don't know, is that they just like killed the main character from the first one off screen.
Right.
Like him and that actress Ali. Right. I forgot the characters' names. They survived the first one together. And then, they show them in Paris and they survive that together. And then in the second one, it's just like, oh, well, she's in a mental ward and he just dies off screen by like whatever.
A falling brick.
Right.
It just felt like a cop out to me and I didn't like that a lot.
Yeah, you're right.
So because of that, I'll give the first one a slight edge just because of that. I didn't like how they did that. And I also didn't like how they killed her off in the second one too.
Right.
I'll say it's a good movie. I'm not sure about excellent. Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because you said excellent.
I put excellent because of the whole.
Or you said God tier.
You said God tier.
I did say God tier.
Yeah, you said God tier.
Okay, so God tier only because the reason why I put it up there is just because of that. Just because you can't go on a freaking highway behind a semi truck and not think about it. To me, that puts you like a movie that you always think about. Go back on. Yeah, I kind of.
Okay,
I'm okay with putting it excellent.
You put excellent.
Yeah. Excellent's cool. I'm cool with excellent.
Excellent it is. Oh shit!
So the next one would be Final Destination 3.
Final Destination 3. All right.
That's the roller coaster.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah, let me start this one off. because this one's my favorite one of the franchise. Spoiler alert,
Me
because I'm
too.
sure we'll do a ranking video of the franchise someday.
Yeah, we definitely will.
This was my favorite of the franchise. It like literally feeds on your fear of roller coasters, and like who doesn't have a fear of roller coasters? Even people
Right.
who ride roller coasters, you can't tell me you don't get in there, strap up, and think.
That's the reason why you get in there. For the
Right,
adrenaline
it's the
and
adrenaline
Right.
fear.
But like even people who love rides and love the adrenaline, you can't tell me that you don't get in and think like even for a split second, like damn, what if this thing like this is all that's keeping me safe from like
Right.
dying on this fucking
flying
roller
off
coaster.
like 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, like just being like completely destroyed on this roller coaster. So like it feeds on obviously plane crash, it's a huge fear, right?
Right.
Car crash, big fear. Roller coaster, like I don't know, it just feels more. I don't know why, but specifically this movie, I like it a lot. It also has Ramona Flowers,
Ramona
which
Flowers
is amazing.
for Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World, which
Yeah.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Sorry,
Yeah.
brain fart there. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who's like an amazing actress. She's Ramona Flowers in Scott Pilgrim, which is probably my favorite movie of all time. One of them, definitely. So like this one, she's a great actress. She's in it. I forgot that guy's name. He plays her opposite in this movie. He's a pretty good actor too. I don't know. I just really like this one a lot. I like the storyline. For me, it's God tier, just because I could rewatch it and not feel like bored of it. It has that chick from Silicon Valley in it too, who plays her
Yeah,
sister. I forgot her name, but yeah. So for me, God tier.
For me, I'd put it as God tier also.
Yeah.
This is the first Final Destination movie I've ever seen, and I watched it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And now I can't get on any roller coasters. I have a fear of heights
No
for roller
way.
coasters. So I ended up liking this movie. The way how they make the roller coaster accident like realistic, and the tanning bed scene where they burn in
Oh,
the tanning
yeah,
bed, like
yeah.
that was creative in
Yeah,
my eyes.
you're
That was
right.
funny, and the song
Yeah.
that they play with that,
Right.
which is catchy, and then
That might have been the best kill of the franchise. One of the best for sure.
Yeah.
The tanning bed.
'Cause the other one's got kind of
that was
ridiculous.
very brutal, and they dragged it too.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then the end scene with the train wreck, and then they play. What's that song? It's like I don't know. I forgot what the song was, but it went perfect with the accident that happened. At
Is
the
it
end.
there's someone? walking
No, that one
around?
was-
Oh, that's Jeepers Creepers, right?
That was when the 18-wheeler was driving by itself, and then the fan like kills that guy. In
Oh,
the driver.
yeah, okay, yeah.
But that was a catchy song too. Like that song was
That
scary.
is a scary song. There's
So
someone walking
for
down.
me, the third one is God tier because I can watch that over and over again.
Yeah, same here.
All right, I'll put it in God tier also because that is very classic. The totally messes you up for the roller coasters. Yeah, I mean, I still get on them, you know.
Yeah,
But,
me
it's-
too.
I
Hesitantly,
don't
but
know.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
But it does cross your mind. So yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That was easy.
All right. So
Yeah.
then there's Final Destination.
Which is 4, right?
So the first one's The Final Destination. This one's Final Destination. Yeah.
Okay. Which one? How do they? What's the?
I think the accident in this one was a NASCAR race. This is where the franchise starts going downhill and kind of goofy. I mean, it's cool how they come up with like creative ways that people die. But for me, I'd put that as either nothing special or painful to watch. Because one, the CGI is really bad now. And two, like I'm like, okay, like I guess that can happen where like
Right.
the cars in NASCAR like flip and
Yeah.
they go through the fence and it could kill someone, but like what are the odds of that happening compared to like a roller coaster or a plane crash?
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess I couldn't relate to that because I never go see NASCAR.
It's not like
Right.
a realistic fear a lot of people
Yeah.
have.
Right.
I've never seen the movie, or I have seen it, but not enough to comment on it. But yeah,
I didn't see it.
And I think I don't know if it's this. No, I think it's this one where a guy goes swimming, and like the drain like sucks him in, and like that's how he dies.
That sounds so stupid.
So yeah,
So wait, what did you rate this?
painful to watch.
Okay,
Yeah, I
painful
would
to
go
watch.
Sounds
painful to watch.
painful to watch.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
painful.
The fifth one, I think
Oh,
it's like
Destination 5.
I think it's like another bridge where the bridge like collapses.
Oh
they're in a
yeah,
bus or
I have
something.
seen this one. Yeah.
I would say it's better than the Final Destination, but it's
Yeah.
still
It's
like,
better than 4, but it's still not that good.
yeah, I would say nothing special. I do like how at the end it ties into the first one. It's basically like a prequel to the first one
Right.
Oh,
because they get on the plane where flight was it 181
Flight 180. Yeah,
flight 180. They get on that plane and then you see it like crash or whatever.
that's
So I do
pretty,
like that, but again the CGI and then
Yeah,
feels kind of goofy.
That's true. It makes sense why they haven't released a new Final Destination in like so long.
They are going to release it though this year.
Really? Oh, sick.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully they do something new and like reinvigorate the franchise because it's like, beating a dead horse after a while. Like after the third one, it kind of went downhill, right? The fourth and fifth aren't that great. So the fourth one, you said, is painful to watch. Fifth one, I didn't really enjoy it too much. I thought I was like, it's all right. I would say, nothing special.
Nothing special.
Like just
all right.
Middle of the pack, like mediocre.
So the next one would be Scream, the Scream franchise.
Scream franchise.
So we can start off with the first one.
Do you want to start off, Angel? Start this one off.
Okay, sure. I'll start out.
You seem so like bewildered when I said that.
It's like,
I was scared, man.
You seem definitely scared.
Man, dude, I'd have to put that God tier, man, because it was a take on a lot of movies. They pulled a lot from stuff, a lot of classics. So I love that. I'm all about the classic horror movies, and when they pulled stuff like the classic, with the phone call inside, it's. The classic movie from the 70s. I think it's called The Call. And so they revamped that. Of course, everybody looks good in it, has Matthew Lillard in it. Like, just the whole cast was cool. It was a star cast. And, dude, Ghostface, it's a classic. Everybody recognizes Ghostface. And the voice, everything about it. To me, it was on point. So I put first Scream on God tier.
100%. Yeah, I agree. Couldn't disagree with any of that. The first Scream, the first one to do it. God tier for me as well. What's not to like? I don't know if they probably weren't big at the time, like you said, Matthew Lillard, Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox was big,
right.
David Arquette. But yeah, it was just a really good cast. Like there's great chemistry. The best killers in the franchise by far, like the original killer, Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard, best Scream killers. I don't know. I just thought it was new and it was different. It breathed life into the slasher and horror genre again in the 90s because it was dead, right? From the 80s after that. So I did that. It did something new because it was like very meta. Scream was very meta compared to like and self-aware. Made fun of scary movies, which is cool. It was originally called Scary Movie, fun fact, and they changed it. God tier for me.
Yeah, same. I couldn't agree more. God tier. The fact that, again, it's meta. Randy's like, you never say I'll be right back or you get killed, and then and then the rules. I feel like this is a perfect movie, a perfect scary movie, a horror movie to me. So
right on.
All right, so the next one would be Scream 2.
Oh yeah, this one. Okay, I want to hear your guys' opinion.
So Scream 2. That's a movie theater opening scene, right?
Yeah, it's one with Jada Pinkett Smith. She gets stabbed in the movie theater.
Oh, yeah, and then
her boyfriend gets stabbed through the stall, which doesn't make sense to me.
I think it was so. The first one, the first one's God tier. I would put the second one.
I would put it as good, man, to be honest, because it wasn't like the excellent. I would, to me, one was badass, and I was like, it was a lot of hype. So then when I saw that one, I like Jada Pinkett Smith and everything, but yeah, it was, because she's cool because she did a lot of Tales from the Crypt stuff. So I appreciated her in the horror movie genre, but it was not as it didn't. It was good. It was good. 3 was better.
But, you like 3 better?
I agree.
3 was better.
So this is why I want to hear y'all's opinion, because a lot of people, like on forums and in other videos that I've seen, like they like praise the hell out of this movie. They're like, Scream 2 is like just as good. Some people even said Scream 2 is better than the first Scream.
Hell no.
Some people, most people say Scream 2 is better than Scream 3, which is like, man, am I in the minority? It turns out we are in the minority, but it's whatever. This is our tier list. I would say Scream 2 is just good. I do think Scream 3 is better for me. Like I personally enjoy it more. I don't think Scream 2 is anywhere near as good as Scream 1, like some people think. That's like a weird notion. I don't know why people say that. But if Scream 1's God tier, Scream 2 is two tiers down. It's just good.
Right, same. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
I'd put it as good. I think it's better than the third one, but it's probably because her hair in the third one is disgusting.
It comes down to the hair.
It comes down to the hair and it brings it down.
Yeah, I don't know what Courtney Cox was doing in that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was the 90s.
I think that the killers in the end of the second one was all right. Like,
yeah.
Like the mom was all right. I like the killer. I forgot his name.
The dude killer or whatever?
Yeah, the one that's kind of crazy. He just did it to get...
Or was he her boyfriend? No, he wasn't.
No, he was a student in like the class that they were in, the film class or whatever.
Yeah,
right.
But he killed just to kill. Okay. I think he wanted to get like famous or something from killing. I don't even remember.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember.
But I know I liked his reasoning for killing. So that's why I enjoyed it, and the way he was acting like crazy. I enjoyed it more than the third one, but I mean the third one's still really good.
Nice, because like I remember Nancy Loomis's motive obviously is like because she killed her son Billy. So like that made sense to me. I don't remember that guy's motive, but the second one, what specifically did I not like about it?
I think he wanted to blame the movies. That's the way he was killing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
like the movies made him do it.
Yeah, the
or whatever?
movies, man.
Like the stab movies, or just
Killing movies, horror movies.
Yeah.
I forgot. I think what I didn't like about the second one was like it felt kind of cheesy to me in a lot of ways. Like the scene, and I guess that's like all the Screams. Like there is that level of campiness or that level of cheese. But like when they killed Randy in broad daylight, like bringing him into the van and doing that, that felt like weird to me. Like it just felt a little cheesy. The opening scene with like Jada Pinkett, I know a lot of people praise that and are like, oh, it's like amazing opening scene. Personally, I thought it was like just okay. I didn't really think it was like that great of an opening scene. Definitely not one of my favorites. But like that scene where they're in the car, I don't know if you remember this in Scream 2 when they're in the taxi and like
and they're crawling out.
Yeah, they're crawling out. And, like literally, dude, so stupid. Like he's Ghostface knocked out in the driver's seat or passenger seat, whichever one, and like they're like in the back seat and they crawl out like around him to get out of the car instead of literally just freaking like killing the dude. He's knocked out. Like it's like, dude, okay, I know there's a level of like you have to suspend disbelief to a certain point, and I know there's a level of cheese and like whatever corniness, but like that's just too much. That's just like flat out stupidity. I can't respect that. So yeah, number 2 was just good.
Yeah, I put it good.
Yeah, that's what I put it at. Yeah, for sure.
Right. Scream 3 is next.
Scream 3. Wait, Scream 2 is like the only opening scene that there's not a phone call, right?
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Yeah, there's no phone call.
I didn't even realize that, but that's true.
Okay.
Yeah, and Scream 3 is
caught
in the opening scene. That was a good opening scene. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah. So where would you? I would put it as good.
Yeah, same. I'd put that as good. I would say excellent, but I thought it was good.
Where would you put it as?
Good. Good. We're good.
Better than the second one, but still good.
And there was only one killer.
Yeah, that's the first time. Yeah, first time in the Scream franchise that there's only one killer instead of 2. So that's cool.
Yeah,
that was good.
Which is good. All right, Scream 4.
Scream 4. I'll start off this
Go
one.
for it. I did not see this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So
you haven't seen past the third one.
I haven't seen past the third one.
I got you. Scream 4, I'll put it as excellent. I really like this movie a lot. I know some people may crucify me for saying that, but I really don't care. I think it's a really good movie. I liked how they brought... I think this was like this was the first Scream movie that had like smartphones in it. It was like post-2000s. So it was like the 2010s. And so like Hayden Panettiere's in it. I really like... I like her character a lot, Kirby. She's like the horror movie, like the hot horror movie nerd. Like she knows about all that stuff. And then, what's her name? She's like the main character or one of the main characters. Emma Roberts. Emma Roberts. I think she did an amazing job. I think the reveal was really cool because I totally didn't see it coming. I didn't even think that it would be Emma Roberts as the killer.
Yeah.
So when it was her, I thought that was really badass. I also didn't see like that other guy being the killer. I thought that was badass. So I like the reveals a lot because I didn't think that, like I was totally thrown off. I didn't think it would be either one of them. The motive made sense. It was cool. Emma Roberts is a really good actress. I love her from American Horror Story. She killed it. She's really good at playing psycho chicks. So she killed that role. I don't know. I just think it was cool. Like incorporating the smartphone and like texting and stuff. Graphics were good. Nev Campbell was there. The original cast was back. None of the OGs died, so I respected that. So yeah, it's an excellent movie, from my opinion.
Yeah, I would put it as excellent. One, because the motive of, I think her name was Jill in the movie.
Jill, yeah.
She wanted to become famous and she wanted to be the next Sydney. Sorry. The only motive I didn't like was Charlie's, her boyfriend. The only reason he was killing is because of the girl, which was kind of stupid. But this was also the first scary Scream where you think that the killer survives because they take her to the hospital, and then they have the like whole battle or whatever at the end of it.
Oh,
I think that was cool. Like they did something different.
Yeah.
And just the kills were creative, and I really enjoyed it. I think the story was really good.
Yeah,
so
that was really cool.
I put it as excellent.
Cool.
Yeah.
Next one would be Scream 5.
Scream 5. All right.
2021?
Oh, that would be up there.
Oh.
Scream 5, that was last year, right? Or 2 years ago.
Or 2022, I think.
Yeah, it's 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, Scream 5. I'm going to start this one off by saying this one was painful to watch.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I
Dang, you seem surprised, man.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all, man. I'm surprised you're surprised by that because I feel like I've told you.
I wouldn't say it's painful to watch. I would just put nothing special.
Yeah, maybe I'm being harsh, but am I being harsh?
Actually, I don't know.
I don't know. It's painful to watch, dude. Like,
the opening scene was good.
I might need to rewatch it, but
Yeah,
for now, I'm gonna say painful to watch because they not only do they kill off Dewey, but he's just kind of like sad and pathetic, like his life, which is like sad to see.
Like divorced Gail and everything.
Yeah, it just felt the storyline felt regurgitated and redundant.
Yeah.
Like, oh, really? Like, what's his name? Billy Loomis. Billy Loomis has a daughter that he didn't know about, and she's like the main character now. Like, so like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just kind of felt like a regurgitated storyline because like that's sort of what happened with in the Scream 3.
Right.
Sidney Prescott
didn't know
she had a brother. Like, oh, like how many times can you do this storyline of people not knowing they have a relative? And like them playing a crucial role in the story. I don't know, it just felt regurgitated because of that. So for me, I don't know, I wasn't a fan of that. Yeah, Neve Campbell was in it, which is great because she's like one of the most badass final girls, if not the most. So that was a saving grace, but I didn't like how they killed Dewey. I didn't like the killers. I just didn't think like
the motive.
I didn't think the motive was good. Yeah, I just wasn't impressed at all. Maybe nothing special, but I don't know. For me, nothing special is like mediocre, and I think this movie was below mediocre in my opinion. I don't know. I just think painful to watch for me.
I'd probably put it as nothing special. The opening scene was cool. Jenna Ortega killed it. She was the only survivor in the opening scene, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
she survives.
I forgot about that.
The ending, yeah, the motive to kill was kind of stupid. But there were some kills that were cool. One creative kill that I did like was like the hand sanitizer and the she caught on fire.
Oh,
for Amber, I think that was her name.
Oh, dang, I don't even remember that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I put it as nothing special. I just like the kills in it. The fact that
Cool.
Dewey did die by Amber, like how does that even happen? But I don't know. I guess that's kind of stupid, but I put it as nothing special.
Okay.
But I guess you can put it at painful to watch if we have to choose.
I mean, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because we don't have a tiebreaker.
Yeah, man. Sorry, I haven't seen it.
From what you hear, though.
Based off what I've heard, I would say painful to watch. Just from what I've heard.
Painful to watch it is.
All right. And also, I didn't really care for the main girl. I think her name's Sam or something. In the movie.
The sister?
Yeah. She. I didn't really care for her.
I didn't care for any of, like, I like Jenna Ortega as an actress, of course, but I didn't care for like anyone in that movie. But it's crazy because the sixth movie, which is what we're going to talk about, I cared for them.
Yeah.
Even it's almost the same cast, like Core 4 or whatever. Which leads us to our next point of Scream 6. So Scream 6, which is the sequel, so the survivors of Scream 5, which is the one I hated, the movie that I hated, right? The survivors, which was 4 of them, they are all in Scream 6. But I like Scream 6 so much better than Scream 5. Yeah. It's probably because they did their own storyline. Like, they didn't try to regurgitate like another thing, right?
The only original was Gail.
Gail was the only original character they brought back. Like, Neve Campbell's not in it. They didn't kill off her character.
Dewey's obviously not in it.
But Dewey, died off. This one, I would say this one was, shoot. Where would I put it? At least good, but I really liked it. I almost want to say excellent. I'm going to say excellent. You know why? Because I saw this movie 3 times in theaters.
Oh, dang.
Not because it was
times?
not because it was like so good, but I kept going to see it with people who hadn't seen it.
Right.
And literally, I'm not over exaggerating. Every single time I watched it, like, I wasn't bored. Like, even though I knew what was happening, I was like, this is still enjoyable. This is still funny. That joke's still funny. That kill's still cool. Like, and that's 3 times. So for me, that means that movie's excellent because, like, I could see it over and over again and still enjoy it and have a good time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I saw it with people who hadn't seen it each time, and I had a good time each time. Like, it was a good movie. So excellent. Storyline was much better. Jenna Ortega killed it. Her sister killed it. Well, her sister in the movie. I don't know her real name. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that. But
Cool.
I'd probably put it as good. I would say it would have been excellent, but when they revealed who the killers were, it kind of brought it down, and the reasoning why it would, like they were killing. I felt like that was just regurgitated from the second one.
Oh,
because it was the dad of whatever his name is.
Yeah, it was the dad of it was
the
the dad of the
boyfriend.
killer of the fifth one.
Yeah, so when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's.
But
They did that already in the second one.
You're right, but the reason that I liked it was one because this is the first Scream movie that has 3 killers instead of 2 or 1, so that was cool. They did something different. I kind of guessed it had something to do with the police officer who ends up being the killer. I kind of guessed it would be him, but it still wasn't disappointed when it was him. It like made sense that it was. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's like the who done it is like the big part of it. If you know who it is, and it's not good. But I don't know. I still enjoyed it. The fact that it had 3 killers was cool. My biggest complaint was the fact that all of them like had plot armor like a motherfucker. Like they like got stabbed so many times. Jenna Ortega got stabbed like 4 times. The dude got stabbed like a billion times, and he survived, and they all survived. Like
Wow.
That the girl on the train, she got stabbed like 3 times.
like people who should be dead because of their wounds that they got
should die.
should be dead, and like no, they all survived. So that's my biggest complaint was that they gave them too much plot armor just to keep the characters alive for the next movie. That's my biggest complaint. But you know, I'll overlook that and still say it's an excellent movie just because I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed the jokes. The humor was really good and on point. The kills were badass. This is another reason I like this movie is it's the most brutal Ghostface has been in any movie.
Oh wow,
he's brutal.
The opening scene was good too.
The kills were great. Yeah, the opening scene was dope. I don't know. I just really liked it. I really, really liked this one. So it's excellent for me.
Cool.
And you said it was good?
I hope it was good. Yeah.
You want to be tiebreaker?
I don't think I would put it as excellent.
You wouldn't put it as excellent?
I'm trying to think of reasons to put it as excellent. I mean, it was definitely good. The beginning was really good. I like the fact that like Ghostface like goes in there with a shotgun and like shoots people.
Yeah.
But I think it's just that ending. Like I feel like they've done it before with the killer's parents.
Okay. So what you were most disappointed in was the fact that
the motive and then the killers.
The motive.
I kind of guessed it was a cop, and then when they revealed that nerd was his son, I was like, okay, well, the third one, I feel like it's that girl that we thought died, but didn't. Like, I kind of guessed that too, and I was like, oh, that's kind of disappointing.
So
and the fact that they won't die. Like, that guy got stabbed like 20 times. They literally held him from like this, and they were just like stabbing him, and he survived. I was like, what the hell?
Okay. I'm cool.
I put it at good, but based off of what y'all say, it's like, all right. All
right, we'll put it at good, but just know that I think it's excellent. All right, yeah. That
it was enjoyable. Like, I'd like it, but the last franchise we're doing is Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers, yeah.
So we can start with the first one, obviously. For me, I would put it as God tier or excellent because this, I believe, is the first scary movie I saw when I was a kid, and I was terrified. Like literally, the babysitter that took care of us showed it to us.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And seeing like them throw the body down the drain,
right,
and the fact that he like smells them, and then the cop scene where they're like in there and he's like crawling on the walls. That just scared me as a kid, and I guess there's so much nostalgia,
right,
yeah,
that I had to put at S tier or God tier.
God tier, okay.
Yeah, I feel like it was the scariest one out of the franchise too.
Interesting. What do you think?
I would put it at excellent because it was good, and it does add a lot of anticipation. The whole intro, the whole beginning keeps you at the edge of the seat, you know? You're just like, dude, who is this guy? What the hell is going on? They go into the church, the thing, you know, and, Darius is the guy. What is that his name? Darius. Yeah, he's all freaking out, spazzing out. And
it's a real good name. Just kidding.
Him spazzing out was dope. It did add to like that fear thing. So
and the
yeah,
song
it's excellent.
Jeepers.
Oh yeah,
yeah. She's like,
also the part with the old lady in the house that was creepy too.
Was creepy.
She was like, "That's not my scarecrow."
Man, I was scared of that old lady. It was shadow.
And then
when she first comes out, it's like,
and then the ending where he's like he's like
sewing
working
their
in his in the warehouse or
Yeah,
whatever,
he's
and
sewing-
you just hear him screaming. Like
yeah,
that was creepy.
No,
you're
for sure.
right.
It's
That ending
traumatizing.
I was
was
like, what the
yeah.
hell?
I will say, in my opinion, I think it's excellent too. I mean, I'm okay with you. Someone saying God tier, for nostalgia. I think it's excellent. I think it's a really good movie.
Right.
Definitely one of the best in the franchise. I don't know if it's my favorite in the franchise. I go back and forth. I have to re-see it again. I really like the second one too. But the first one's really good. Justin Long, I think that was like his first movie. I'm not sure about that. It might be, but Justin Long's in it, and
Justin Long's
Justin
badass.
Long.
I love everything
I love
he
his
does.
movies, yeah.
he's awesome.
For real, Dodgeball, bro, Accepted. I love those movies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so I would say excellent. Can't really say a lot of bad things about this movie. I enjoy watching it. It is creepy for sure. Has that nostalgia factor. So yeah, I'll say excellent.
So, we can put it in excellent. I guess for nostalgia, that's
You put
why
it
I put a
in
God tier,
yeah.
but it's an excellent movie. So it's Jeepers Creepers 2.
Jeepers Creepers 2. I'll start off with this one. This one has been my favorite in the franchise for a while, just because like I love what they did, like they pretty much took the first one and made it bigger and better. Like
right,
now instead of attacking just 2 kids, I mean I know he killed more than 2 people in the first one,
right,
but the kill count always felt kind of small to me in the first one for some reason.
right.
But in the second one, he like ups the ante. He goes after a whole ass like football team on a school bus, and
Yeah.
they're trapped on a school bus. And well, even the opening is super creepy and badass with like the kid getting like snatched up from the farm, like him being a
Right.
scarecrow. I just think they did an amazing job on it. I think, yeah, like I really like how in the end, like the farmer comes together with like the students to like get revenge for his son who got killed in the beginning. I really like that because that's the first time you see like the creeper getting what he deserves. Like he's finally getting like met his match kind of thing. And then the end, it's all badass when he like has the creeper like hung up on the thing in the farm.
crucified, yeah.
And, like you can pay kids are paying to go see it and stuff. Like I don't know. I just think the whole movie's really well done. Story's cool. You're invested. For me, I still put it excellent. God tier is like a different level. I'll put it excellent, but I think it's, in my opinion, it's better than the first one. That's just my opinion.
Damn. Well, have you seen Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah, I've seen
What
part
do you
2.
think?
Yeah, that's probably my favorite too. I liked it a whole lot better because he attacks a whole school bus full of football players, which are like they're
Yeah.
active. That's like kids at their prime. They
Right.
can easily take them out, and he's taking them out. And he teams up with the old guy, and so everything about it was just like shit. That's badass. Haven't seen that, and they're all isolated, which also adds a little creepy factor. Like,
Exactly.
even if you're with
Yeah.
your homies, there's still something out there
Yeah.
that could probably kick your ass.
True.
And everybody's true colors come out. Like, who's the hero? Who's gonna run away? Who's
Exactly.
gonna? So I love the plot, love the storyline. Everything about it was badass. So excellent for me.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, I agree, dude. And then like that scene, like where like he's like, I think it's like the first time they introduce, or maybe not, I don't know. But it's really cool how like he introduces like the smelling, like when he's hanging upside down,
Right.
And, like the kids are like taking a turn, like going to see him, and he's
Right.
like going like that to move him out of the way because they're trying to determine who he wants.
Right.
So he's like smelling through the glass. That scene's like so cool to me, like just like the effects.
He licks the glass
He
too.
looks cool. Yeah, he licks the
Yeah,
glass.
yeah.
Like, he just looks really cool.
He
like,
does
the
look
creeper.
really cool. He looks a lot. The mask, the whole thing. He looks a lot better than in part 1. Because I know they amped it up just a little bit,
for sure.
but it was pretty cool.
I'd put it as excellent.
Excellent.
For me, I think the first one's still better,
Mhm.
just because it's a little bit more scarier. But everything, if you're gonna make a sequel, that's how you do it. Just
Yeah.
up the ante and make it just better overall.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any complaints, honestly.
So. Jeepers Creepers 3.
Oh my god,
Which one is that?
Which one? Yeah, which one is that?
that
look it
one.
That was the one where they brought back the original girl, or no?
No, she was in the like end credit.
Oh, this is the one with the
Right.
floating knife, right? Or floating dagger.
Floating hand, like they cut off his hand. They have his
Yeah.
hand, and like if you
Oh,
touch
man.
it like makes you like fly up, and it shows. First, it shows you like the origin of the creeper, but it doesn't show you in the movie.
Yeah.
And the CGI was. I would say this is dog shit. Complete dog shit. Don't ever watch it.
Yeah, I'll say that too.
Yeah, I
Complete dog
remember.
shit.
The CGI was horrible. The only thing I liked about it is that they got the original creeper. He did a good job,
Right.
but the story was so
He always
bad.
kills
right.
it. That actor always kills it. I forgot his
Yeah.
name, but he's a great creeper. He is the creeper. Like no one can do it as good as him.
The fact that they keep his hand and like it tells you the origins of the creeper, which is kind of stupid. I don't
Yeah,
really get that.
corny. Yeah.
And I think that the CGI was so bad. Like I can't get that.
Yeah, there was just a period of time in movies where the CGI was just destroying movies and just it was just awful.
Do you agree? Have you seen it or no?
I tried to see it, so I didn't. I saw some of it and I ended up just changing. I was like, I'm not going to do it. So.
Okay, so that like supports our
The
claim.
only thing I
dog
liked
shit.
was the original Creeper, and they brought the truck back that he would drive in the first one.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the only thing I like about it. Everything else, and it was like based on the same day, I think, as the first one. Like right after he flies off with Derry,
Yeah.
Right.
and then in the end, the kid that was in the third one gets on the bus of the second one, and then they drive off.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
That's the only thing I liked about it.
That's pretty cool.
Everything's dog shit.
What a missed opportunity. They could have done so much better.
So the next one would be Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
The last one.
That's
Jeepers
when
Reborn. Oh my
what's her
God.
face comes back.
No,
Right?
she's not
No,
even in
they
this
never
one.
bring her back.
It's like a reboot.
They should have.
That's a
They
reboot,
should have. That would have been
right.
cool. The sister.
Yeah, the
Gary's
sister.
They should have. I don't know why there's so many missed opportunities with this franchise because, like I said, they started off so strong. First two were really good. I enjoyed both of them, and then they just took a complete dog shit on the third and the fourth one. The fourth one,
The fourth
if
one,
you can believe it, is
I bought tickets
worse.
for the one day they were showing in theaters for all my family members, and I was so excited to take it because it was like a new Jeepers Creepers after all these
Right.
years. And I've never been so embarrassed in my life.
Oh man.
That movie was worse than dog shit.
Oh shit.
I would
Yeah.
never tell anyone to go watch that movie. Yeah, I
Dog
can't even
shit
say
it
anything
is,
other than
then.
it was dog shit. The CGI was so bad. Like it was green screen. It was a house and in green screen, and you can tell it was green screen. Like I felt I could do better using Premiere Pro than whatever they did.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
really bad. It's the worst movie I've ever seen in a movie theater, hands down. Like,
Yeah.
not even close.
Damn. All right. Shoot,
really
dog
bad.
shit. It is,
It's
man.
really bad.
Worse than dog shit.
Dog shit.
Yeah. So that's that. And one quick revision I want to make before. I think we should move American Psycho up to God tier, just because it's
Yes.
fucking classic.
It's a classic, cold classic.
Cult classic. Yeah, I was thinking about it at the time. I was like, you know what? Because I'm seeing all the other ones that are in God tier. I'm like, yeah, American Psycho is definitely on par with those. I love American Psycho.
Okay, so if we can move one movie,
Yeah.
like each of us, that would be the one movie you'd move?
The one that I would move,
Yeah.
like higher. Yeah.
If we each can change the category.
Yeah, if
for
we could
one
each
movie.
change one, yeah, I would do American Psycho. I'd move it up to God tier.
I would have moved the same one. Let's see what else we got here. I don't know, man. It looks pretty good. If any,
It's like a welly done. It's a welly done. It's a well done tier list, if you ask me.
yeah, I'm pretty. I'm stoked with it. Yeah, I
You
would
with
probably keep it. Yeah,
Why would you move?
I don't know. I'm thinking about moving either Jeepers Creepers to God tier or Evil Dead to God tier, the remake.
Oh, wow! Evil Dead was that good,
It was good. It was scary.
but God tier
Yeah.
is like not just good. It's God tier
I
is
mean,
like
I would agree with you
best.
on that because I'm biased and I like Evil Dead and I
Yeah.
like the guys who created it and because they have a niche like you could tell when you because they did Drag Me to Hell, which also has Justin Long in it.
Oh,
And,
yeah, it does.
and
Oh, wow.
when you watch that, it has this Evil Dead vibe to it, and yeah, so I think they stayed true to themselves and made it creepy and scary. I would put it God tier also.
really the original or the 2013.
The remake because they outdid themselves. They
It's a lot of high
Yeah.
praise, guys. I'm gonna have to watch it, and I better
good.
not be disappointed. No, just kidding. No, you guys are talking it up. I'll check it out. for
Nah,
sure.
it's good. It's
I'll check
good.
it out.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Cool.
that concludes our volume 1, first time ever doing a tier ranking list for horror movies. We pretty much went by franchise, right?
Yeah, well,
We didn't do
there's
any
some that we
one-off.
missed out. Halloween, Friday the 13th, but we could always do a part 2.
Yeah, we're gonna do more. Like I said, this is
Yeah,
volume
there's-
1.
There's a lot of horror movies out there, but
Yeah, we'll do volume 2, volume 3. We'll keep these going. you
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
They're fun to do. So yeah, but thanks for tuning in again to another episode of The Devil's Hour, a podcast for the strange and unusual. Life is short, so drive fast and leave a sexy corpse. We'll see you next time.
later.